we are officially live also on the YouTube. And I share my screen again, but I will do one small thing before that. And before we jump in, I would like to show you what we released in past weeks and what will be the topic basically of this presentation. We release the few new things. The first things is the table interface. After that, we release the Spintax, we release the integrations, and we release also N8N Nodes. And at this moment, I would like to show you the capability of each function and little bit deep dive how to utilize that, how looks the outputs, what is a Spintax, why this is a good, and also on the end of this call, I would like to mention what we are planning in next upcoming weeks and maybe what will be the topic of this type of a webinar basically in middle of February. So let's jump me in. And as a first thing that we launched and that you already seen, I hope that you already seen, because if not, that means you are not using the Leadspicker that often. But we launched a total new table interface. And with new table interface, we launch also new functionalities that works inside this table. As you can see, the table layout looks a little bit different. There is basically in headers, they're shown what is a data type, what was the source of the information, if some LLM, or is basically the text information from the LinkedIn, and etc. But what is important and what was really frequently asked the feature was the inline edits. Before this moment, we basically editing the information about the leads by clicking to the lead form and edit the information manually. It was time consuming, and we just heard this feedback so often. So we decide to take an action, and the action is brand new table with inline edit. And at this moment, you just click into the row, into the cell, what you would like to edit, and you can rewrite the content that you want. And after that, clicking to the enter only save what you type in. What is important to mention that you are also able to rewriting the conditions. For example, if you're running some prompt for the classification, if company need to end it up in an outreach or not, you can basically rewrite the content here also the manually. So if I have there yes, and for Josh I would like to rewrite that to no, I can do that manually. And what is also interesting, we supporting the navigation with arrows. So basically on a keywords, you have arrows. So you can basically clicking on the arrows and you will navigating around the table. After that, with new table and with new inline edit, also one feature that was asked really often coming here. And this feature is to ability to moving columns on a place where you need. At this moment, we add the drag and drop feature, and you are able to move the columns as you want. So if you need to work with some specific column, for example, you are classifying the countries, and you just create the magic column like here, like here, and you would like to basically move the status of a country next to basically the person. You can easily to sort it out and see the classification if person is relevant or not. The similar thing is also for job titles and etc. Basically the sorting columns giving a lot of possibilities that you are able how you can work with the data in a Leadspicker. The next option what you have there that was here over the half year, but wasn't that visible, is the changing the size of each column. At this moment, when you go to the corner of the of each header, you will see basically this this blue thing. And at this moment, when I would like to resize the column, for example, here I have a LinkedIn company description, and I would like to read it, the LinkedIn company description. So I just find basically the corner of basically the header, and at this moment, so I just find it. Ah, here I am able to find it. Yes, here I just find it the corner, and I'm able to basically the resize column as I want. But when you resize it to the low, as here to the really low size, as you can see, is still pretty tough to find the right corner, because it starts basically the overlapping with the content already in a columns. But at this moment, you are able to resizing the columns as you want. Also, as you can see, there are the new progress bars. And I would like to a little bit elaborate about the new progress bars. These progress bars showing you the status about the enrichment. So basically, when I launch, for example, the AI column, and I will name that like test, and I will put it there the test, output webinar, and click to the submit. Okay, so I just rename it to test2 and click to the submit. And at this moment, as you can see, the columns start loading. And when I start receiving the first outputs, I will start seeing the progress bar. So wait, as you can see, here is a progress bar, and it basically showing me the progress of the enrichment. It's also showing me how much rows was enriched successfully, how much wasn't enriched successfully, and basically what is overall progression. So at this moment, you will right now know if you start enriching, for example, the about section or company website and etc., and you would like to utilize those information into email personalization. So you will know, for example, okay, I just utilized there the website summarization, but in 62% cases, somehow the website summarization was not successful. So the website summarization will not be the ideal input for the personalization. And I can take a look for the LinkedIn company description. And the LinkedIn company description, I can see that 98% of the companies has the LinkedIn company description. So I can basically say in my head, okay, when I start personalization, the LinkedIn company description will be the right input for the message personalization. One additional thing that is in a Leadspicker for a long time, but is not the use that often, is this full size screen regime. When you are preparing the data, for your SDRs and etc., you're just working with the data. You don't need to see the ability to put it into the sequence, blacklist, and etc. And at this moment, when you click to the full screen, you see only the table with the data, and you see much many columns than before. Basically, you see many more columns than the normal view as I'm showing without full screen. As you can see the change. So that was a new table interface. I hope that you will like it, or you already like that, because we launched it last Friday. And the next thing that we will be doing is basically the whole magic columns and AI columns. We plan to add some agent that should help you with the prompting, with the enrichment, and it should be a little bit more autonomous than right now, because at this moment you just need to click most of the things manually, and we would like to basically add there some agent that will help you with data preparation. Now I just moving forward to the another thing, and that's the Spintax. And I just click to the sequence, and this feature was launched basically this morning. And you will find out basically in an email message and basically also in the LinkedIn message. And right now I will describe you why the Spintax is good. So I just put it there, some subject test, and at this moment you have there the two new icons. The first is a Spintax and the second is expressions. And what Spintax is it? The Spintax adding the entropy to your emails. So what does it mean? It basically means you just put it there, the Spintax, and you just see there the three different option: option one, option two, and option three. And I can continue with normal variable field, and the variable field will be basically the first name. And what those options doing? Those options basically are the text options. So I can put it there basically into option one. I can choose the hello. Into option two, I can put it hi. And into option three, I can put it something like good morning or something just like that. And what basically this Spintax do when I start sending the sequence, it will take basically one of the words and it's basically totally randomizing your emails and creating the entropy in the emails. So that means most of the message will look totally different. You can use the multiple Spintax. I highly recommend to utilize at least 3 up to 4, and you can basically automate the greetings. You can basically automate the call to action. You can automate also the closing of the emails. So that means it can be the kind regards, best regards, have a nice rest of the day, and etc. And the Leadspicker will basically proceed the randomization based on the Spintax, and it will be basically the spinning a text totally randomly. And why this is a good? Because we just seen that the people that are sending the cold outreach for a long time, they just start dropping the reply rates after 4 up to 6 weeks. And we also start challenging this issue. So we just deeply take a look what is basically different with the algorithm on the side of the Outlook, and what is basically different on the side on the algorithm of the Gmail. And basically what is new is that they are at this moment tracking the patterns. So when you purchase new mailbox, start sending the outreach, it will work for 4 up to 6 weeks. But after that, the reply rates start decreasing, and after that decrease around 1%. And basically, this Spintax creating the entropy in your email. So each of your email will look totally randomized. Also, when you combine that with the AI personalization and etc., and it should basically keep your sequence alive for a long time. But also, personally, I highly recommend to time, basically a little bit iterate the whole structure of the outreach message. And with that, we have there also the new function called the expression that also work with the email entropy. And the expressions are some dynamic variables. We just start as a first with days. Sorry, I just need to sip of water. So the expressions, we just start with days, and it's basically the variables based on the timing of the email. So when I and basically the day is taking the whole week, but the work day is taking only the working days. And at this moment, I will little bit describe what is the difference and how this work. So I will choose the work day, and I will write something. What about call at, and here we can add a Spintax, and I can write into the Spintax something like that. And the last one will be And basically, what basically this thing will do? This thing basically take today and add basically 3 more days, or will add 1 day or something just like that. It depends basically on number. If we are talking about the workday, it's adding there only the work days, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If we are talking about the day, it's also adding the Saturday and Sunday, and it will be automatically fill into your email the timing, the dynamic time. So when I sent this email right now, here will be basically the Friday. So that means is a dynamic variable that also adding the entropy in your email, and you don't need to set it up. You don't need to set it up manually. So you can set it up the workday +2, and that means when you send that on a Monday, you will offering the time for a call on Wednesday, and etc. And you don't need to handle that over the magic columns. It was also the common requested feature by basically significant user group. So I hope you will enjoy it. And at this moment, I will save the sequence because we have there a lot of things and also a lot of colors. And at this moment, I just save that. And I will send basically to myself the preview of this email. So I just click to the send preview. At this moment, I will stop the screen sharing because I just jump into my email, and I don't want to basically share my inbox. And I just start sharing. I just start sharing my screen again because I just found the thread where I received the testing mail. And as you can see, this was a sequence. This was a sequence. Hello, hi, good morning, first name. Here was a what about call, workday at, and etc. And this is a result. This is a result. Good morning, Josh. What about call Friday at basically 4. And that's how the Spintax and how the expression work. We also supporting that for the LinkedIn messages, but for the LinkedIn messages are not that important in that time. But I basically will start using them because why not? We already developed that, and also the entropy for the LinkedIn messages can be also interesting. So that is a Spintax. I know it's a little bit complicated, but after I ended up this webinar, I will record the tutorial on the YouTube where I will go through. Where I will go through again what the Spintax and what the expression do. The another thing that I was solving with many people was our integrations to the Pipedrive and to the HubSpot, because our first version of the integrations was related only for the projects. And when you basically running the multiple projects in the organization, you just need to set it up the integrations multiple times. And we just decide, okay, so we don't want the integrations based on the projects, but we would like to add the integrations that will apply for whole Leadspicker organization. So we come up with new HubSpot and with new Pipedrive integration. And at this moment, I will jump in and little bit describe how this integration works. The thing that I will describing for the Pipedrive is also similar for the HubSpot, and they are same how they are working in the backend. When I take a look to the details, we supporting the 2 scenarios. The first scenario is synchronize all the communication to the CRM. So that means since the moment you start sending outreach for someone, we will create the contact in your CRM and start syncing the communication there. The second scenario, we start create the contact after you receive the reply, and sync the all communication that happened in a past. This is two main differences, because for organization that tracking basically more likely the account sales, they need to track almost everything in a CRM. So for them, make absolutely sense the first option to synchronize almost every message that goes from the Leadspicker. But for the people that sending the cold outreach, for them makes sense to do not create a noise in their CRM and synchronize only the contacts that already replied. So that's the difference. At this moment, I will show you how to connect it, and I will show you basically on the HubSpot. So I just click to the connect. Sorry. As a first, I just click to the detail. I just delete it. And at this moment, I'm on a beginning. I have there the setup integration. I just click to the setup integration, and I will choose one from those two scenarios, because we are cold outreaching around thousands people a week. So we will choose the second scenario, and I just click to the create. And at this moment, I am redirect to the HubSpot connection. If you're processing that for the Pipedrive, you will be basically redirect to the Pipedrive connection. And after you basically synchronize that, it start applying for all your team members. That's the important to mention. You don't need to set it up per each account separately. You just set it up only from the owner / the admin account, and it start applying for all your team members. And after that, the synchronization basically start working. And in a Pipedrive, basically, you see the all details about the person. You just have there the created the company, and you have there also synced all the messages that basically went to the person. And in the HubSpot, it looks basically the pretty same, but with the different interface of the CRM. And again, is a sync there, the name of a person, email of a person, LinkedIn of a person, the sequence that we sent, the reply that we basically received, and also organization is created. About the organization creation and the contact creation is I need to mention that we are also checking before we write something to your CRM, the deduplication. So we just check if the organization exists, and if organizations already exist, we only add new contact under the organization. If organization does not exist, we will create a new one and update all the details. And the similar thing also with a person. When the organization exists, we checking again. Is existing this person under this organization? If yes, we only sync the new communication. If no, we create the contact and start syncing the communication. And with that, there is also the new possibility, because when you already have basically when you already connect your CRM to Leadspicker, I just need to a little bit zoom out and go to the project. You start seeing in the export option new ability. When you go to the project and click to the export data, between the exports, you will see the name of your CRM. I have there the HubSpot and Pipedrive because I just authorized both of them. And when I click, for example, to the Pipedrive, I just start seeing the form that giving me the ability to map up fields. This is a fields basically directly in our CRM. And when I map them and click to the update and export, I just push those contacts and organizations from the project to CRM, and I can process them with some marketing tools or some other campaigns that I will run basically directly from a CRM. So you can create the contacts in a Leadspicker, upload them to your HubSpot Pipedrive campaigns, and use them as you want. This is basically the popular usually for some retargeting and etc. for the marketers. With the integrations, we are not able to support all the CRMs that are on the world. And we still hearing every week some name of the CRM that we never heard about it. And most of them are the customs and etc. But for those cases, we also keeping those cases in our mind, and because of that, we basically the release the nodes to the N8N, and N8N is the integration layer where you will find out the Leadspicker, and you are able to integrate basically almost everything over the N8N. So basically, when you will need something, you can basically hire someone that's doing the automations and will able to integrate with almost any other tool. So that's about the N8N, and as you can see, we start receiving decent traction. About the N8N, I just need to mention that I don't want to spend much time basically to describing how N8N work, but yesterday I just released the video on our YouTube channel where I describing how N8N work and how to add our Leadspicker nodes to the N8N. So feel free to check it out, and if you will have some questions related to N8N, feel free to write me. And also, we are looking for the N8N creators because we have interesting API about the buying signals tracking and etc. So if you have the YouTube channel, you are active influencer on the LinkedIn, and you would like to create something with a Leadspicker, feel free to reach out to us, and happy to share some deep dive and help you promote your use cases after that on the LinkedIn when you /YouTube when you launch something. And I will check it out if I mention almost. Okay, at this moment, I mentioned almost everything, but I have one additional thing that is also interesting. And this thing is basically for the users that would like to use the Leadspicker also for outreach of their current customers. Because at this moment, a lot of people from the beginning start using the global blacklist, and when companies and people are on the global blacklist, they are unreachable from the Leadspicker. But we've seen that some of the customers just also would like to basically send different campaigns for their current customer base and different campaign for the acquisition of new customers. So we just decide to add. We just hide it. We just hide it by reason because we know that some of the users are able to turn off the blacklist by mistake. So we just hide it, and we just hide it into the project settings. And here you can choose if you would like to use the global blacklist in this project or not. And what does it mean? When I go to my colleague project, I just seen that there is applied blacklist at this moment because this is our clients or some friends of his and etc. And at this moment, I just decide, okay, but I would like to send the outreach to those people, but I would like to also keep them to the global blacklist because for other campaigns, I would like to exclude them. So you just go to the settings, and here you just click to the use global blacklist and you just turn it off. And at this moment, those contacts are not blocked anymore and they will receive the message. But when I decide, okay, I would like to use the global blacklist, so I just turn it on again, and they won't be reached. And we are almost on the end. And before we totally close this webinar, I would like to mention basically some upcoming features. I just seen there the Lucas. Basically, I just seen yesterday that basically you have the hundreds of the emails basically in your account connected. For you and other users that using basically the Leadspicker a lot for the email outreach, we have great news. We just integrating the Submail. The Submail integration should be alive in next 10 days. So basically, in next 10 days, you will able to manage the whole infrastructure directly in Leadspicker interface, and it will simplify the whole process, and you don't need to wait anymore for the connections, for the account connection, and etc. After that, as I already mentioned, we just continue with the redoing the data tables. We just continue with redoing the magic columns, and we would like to add there some basically the agentic interface that will help people with prompting, with the data enrichment, and etc. And after that, basically what is at this moment in the beta, and we are already able to basically turn it on, is the unified inbox. So what does it mean, the unified inbox? When you are sending the multi-channel campaigns over the LinkedIn / over the email, the unified inbox aggregating all the replies on one place, and you are able to basically start conversation directly from the Leadspicker. So when I open there some conversation, I can basically replying directly from the Leadspicker, and I don't need to log into my LinkedIn account, to my client LinkedIn account, to client email, and etc. And I can basically continue basically with a conversation directly in a Leadspicker interface. I hope that we will launch that soon for all of the users. If you would like to turn on this feature, just write it to Anička over the intercom. Intercom is basically this function, and Anička will turn it on basically for you, and you can test it out. At this moment, this feature is utilized by 80 people, and we just hearing most likely the good feedback, but still it is not that much user friendly as I want in a final version. So we just working to make that as user friendly as possible, and that's the only reason why this is not still yet launched fully in a production. After that, we plan something called agents, but this will be basically released in next month or two, but it start giving you the more possibilities about the robots, and that's everything what I will mention right now about the agents. But after agents will live in a Leadspicker, you don't need to utilize LinkedIn data anymore. You will have open much more sources than a LinkedIn, from the Google Maps to Reddit to Facebook, up to multiple different job portals, up to custom scrapers, and etc. to make the Leadspicker as much flexible as it possible, because still in cold outreach and in acquisition is important to have a unique data, because when you are sending the outreach to crowded databases, you're just competing with hundreds of other people. But when you are target someone that is active on the Facebook or to the Reddit and etc., and you will find out the way how to pair them to the real email addresses, to the real people. You just have really unique data that really works in the outreach. So that's the thing that we will launching really soon, to give this flexibility to use as many data sources as possible. And I can basically mention that it will be basically with collaboration with Apify, because we just start integrating their actors, and basically at this moment they are supporting over 10,000 different data sources, and most of them we can somehow utilize for the outreach. Some of them for the signal perspective, some of them as a data source, some of them as enrichment layer. And yeah, that's pretty much all from my side. At this moment, I giving you opportunity to ask some questions if you have. Also, if you have some feedback, you can basically send the thumb up or the crying smiling face if you are not happy, and you would like to get the back table interface what we had before, and etc. I will be happy for any feedback, and basically that's pretty much from my side.
So
Oh,
there's
thank
no
you,
question
thank you.
already. So, question from Lukash. Is it possible to sync Leadspicker's job change track robot to HubSpot so it updates the records even if there's no outgoing message?
Anjko, please can you read your question again? I had the headphones really on a low.
Mhm. Is it possible to sync Leadspicker's job change track robot to HubSpot so it updates the records even there is no outgoing message?
That's the interesting question. At this moment, we just set it up the one-way sync. That means the lead speaker to the HubSpot, and we basically plan to finish all the major CRMs. And we basically have at this moment the HubSpot Pipedrive. After that, we integrating here the local CRM called the Raynet. And after that, we will make the integration also to the Salesforce. And we just thinking in the first way as a one-way sync, so lead speaker to the CRM, and that's the goal for the Q. Have everything done to the Q2 in this year. So basically, in June we should have covering all those CRMs, and after that we basically choose the most frequent CRM basically in our user base, and we start working to we just start working to two-way sync. So that means we start working basically with the data from the CRM and make some actions on top of that. So that means the tracking the signals, tracking the likers, commenters, and basically showing this person liked your post multiple times, or this person basically mentioned you in a post on the LinkedIn, or this person is basically change your job, and etc. That's on the roadmap, but we just need to, as a first, handle the cover most of the CRMs, at least the one-way sync, and after that in the roadmap is also the two-way sync. But some of the users already set it up over the API, and it works for them pretty well. But also for us is pretty tough, because almost every CRM looks a little bit different, and it will be pretty tough to find some universal solution that will fit most of the users. Okay, Anjka, do we have some other questions?
Yes, for now, no other questions. So I guess if nobody else wants to ask, then we're done.
So I will basically have the one last thing before end of this webinar. If you have someone around you that basically programming in a Python and in Vue.js, and has around 5 up to 10 years of the experience in a coding, and he just thinking that he don't like current job and maybe looking for something new, you can basically connect me with him, and yeah, we just hiring the new developers to basically keep the shipping the new features almost every week, and I will be happy for any connection with someone that will be the capable to help us basically with our growth. Basically, the main goal basically for Leadspicker to the upcoming year is to simplify all the processes, add there the AI agents that will help you with the data preparation, that will help you to also manage all the campaigns, to do not need to clicking or each button manually. So I hope that in upcoming webinar where we will releasing the new features, we will showing already some of these AI features that we have in the roadmap. So that was pretty much all from my side. If you have some additional questions, feel free to reach out to me on my LinkedIn, or feel free to reach out to us over the intercom. Intercom is the blue chat button on the corner in our platform, and I wish you all the best to new year and have a nice rest of the day. See you.
Okay, thank you. See you.